Hey all, this is Gratification, and today in this video we will talk about something that can help you to build your future. So let's get started. If you also feel that you are not getting any vision and direction in life while building your future, and because of it, if you are struggling with the problem of overthinking, then you have to understand this clearly. You need to kill the desire to get everything quickly and always in your favor. You have to learn patience because great future are built through persistence, not instant gratification. So the ability to delay rewards and stay committed to a long-term vision is what separates those who dream about success from those who eventually achieve their dreams. The harsh truth is that time and circumstances do not care about what happened to you, how much you suffered, what pain you carry, or how difficult your life has been. They do not reward excuses, nor do they pause for anyone's struggle. Instead, they test one thing above all else: how long you can endure, survive, and keep moving forward despite every obstacles you face. Life often becomes a waiting game between persistence and surrender. So, those who stay alive mentally, emotionally, and physically long enough may eventually witness the other side of suffering. That is what called success, achievement, growth, or reward. Yet, there is another truth that few people are willing to accept. Sometimes, even after years of effort, sacrifice, and resilience, life may not grant every dream exactly as we imagined it. But that doesn't mean that the journey was meaningless. Because success isn't always measured by receiving everything you wanted. Sometimes it is measured by the strength you developed, the wisdom you gained, and the person you become while pursuing it. So the fact is that life doesn't promise that every dream will come true. It only offers the opportunity to fight for them. What it truly tests isn't whether you succeed, but whether you can continue moving forward when success is uncertain. So keep it in mind that you should never get stuck searching for your vision. Why? Because life isn't about spending years looking for a purpose. It is about choosing a direction, giving it your best, and refining it along the way. So, all we need is a stable source of income to secure our lives. Because a stable income isn't just financial security, it is the foundation that allows us to pursue our vision without being constantly distracted by the struggle for money. And when survival is secured, the mind becomes free to focus on creating, building, learning, and turning dreams into reality. For entrepreneurs, one of the biggest risks isn't financial, it is the risk of their own lives and future. Because visionary founders often walk away from secure jobs, stable income, and predictable lives to pursue an idea they deeply believe in. This is one of the greatest sacrifices they make. They choose uncertainty or comfort because they carry a vision of creating something valuable, solving meaningful problems, and making people's life even better than the past. While most people seek security, entrepreneurs willingly accept risk in the hope of bringing something worthwhile into the real world. So, their journey is driven not only by ambition, but by a commitment to turn vision into reality and leave a positive impact on society. A business or a startup is a great example of a great thinkers because every idea first comes into the mind through the structured thought process. Then that thought process turns that idea in a business. So whenever we saw any business mean that is because of someone's thinking into results. For extraordinary success, you must first learn to think in extraordinary way. But extraordinary thoughts alone have never made anyone successful. Dreams, ideas, and ambition have value only when they are brought into reality through actions. The distance in between thinking and execution is where most people give up. Crossing that distance requires patience, confidence, discipline, and trust in your own self. It always demands the courage to keep moving forward when results are slow and doubts are loud. If you possess the patience to endure, the confidence to continue, and the self trust to stay committed to your vision, then you greatly increase your chances of achieving what you once only wished for. Let's talk about early investment. Your earliest investment in a worthwhile thing is the greatest reward you can give your life or your free time. Because free hours become a day, days become years, and years eventually become your life. And when you are unemployed or simply have nothing to do, it may feel as though your precious time is being wasted. But if you invested those hours wisely, they will continue to reward you for years to come. Whether you invested in knowledge, skills, money, health, relationship, or meaningful work, every worthwhile investment compounds over the time. Always remember, invest your free time in great things because one day those investments may become the foundation of your own life. Let's understand the connection between destiny and energy. If you are not getting what you dreamed of, then it may be because you do not have the level of energy that matches the frequency of your own dreams. And when we fail to achieve what we once wished for, we often call it destiny. But what I think is that destiny itself is a frequency of energy. The higher your energy, the better your destiny becomes. As your energy, belief, focus, and actions rise, your ability to create the future you desire rise with them. In this sense, destiny isn't something that simply happens to us. It is something we continuously shape through the energy we bring to the life. Let's talk about something magical thing. One psychological trap I have discovered while trying to build a future is that many people become addicted to generating ideas rather than building them. The moment we tell our mind to produce meaningful ideas, it obeys and ideas appears. And we experience a moment of excitement. We begin imagining its potential, the success it could bring, and the future it might create. But before we take a meaningful action, the mind produces another ideas. And then suddenly our attention shifts from the previous idea to new one. The same cycle repeats again and again. The problem isn't that we lack the ideas. The problem is that we never stay with one idea long enough to transform it into reality. Because our subconscious mind is constantly generating possibilities. And if you do not consciously control our focus, we become trapped in an endless cycle of excitement, distraction, and unfinished projects. Over the time, this pattern creates frustration, self doubt, and a collection of unfulfilled dreams. The mind itself doesn't decide what to build, it simply follows the instruction. Therefore, after taking or asking your mind to generate an idea, give it a second command. Now, stop searching for new ideas until this one has been fully explored and executed. That is when something remarkable begins to happen. Your attention stops scattering in multiple directions and your energy becomes concentrated. Your confidence grows because you begin making progress instead of endlessly starting over. Why? Success often comes not from having more ideas, but from having the discipline to stay committed to one idea long after the excitement of discovering it has faded. Because a focused mind always builds, but a distracted mind only dreams. Thank you so much.